Tensions are high in the most recent Love and Hip Hop Atlanta episode as relationships are put to the test and old scars come to the surface. After a string of misunderstandings and arguments, Yandy finds herself in a challenging situation where she questions whether her friendship with Rasheeda is still as strong as it once was, or if the stress of recent events has caused an irreversible rift between them. Meanwhile, Rod is trying to make amends with Jasmine, and his actions take a drastic turn that leaves everyone in the episode in shock. The film, appropriately named Total, Eclipse of the Heart, is full of shocking revelations, emotional conflicts, and unexpected turns that keep viewers on the edge of their seats. As alliances change and the drama heats up, fans are left wondering what these events will mean for their favorite cast members' futures as the drama plays out on Love and Hip Hop. Tensions among the cast members in Atlanta are still rising, paving the way for another dramatic altercation as a couple's vacation draws near. Emotions are running high, and there are still unsolved issues. Danger to ruin the getaway before it even starts. In one of the most severe disputes, Spice, who is still coping with the consequences of her furious dispute with Bambi, talks candidly with Scrappy about how she feels disappointed and unsure about the future of her most recent musical endeavor. Spice discusses the incident and expresses her suspicion that Amy never told Bambi that she had altered her verse on Spice's song. Rather, she feels that Bambi reacted against her because of false information or personal issues, which has further fueled the drama. Feeling worn out from the constant back and forth, Spice considers abandoning the project entirely because she would rather not deal with any more negativity surrounding it. However, Scrappy offers an alternative viewpoint, arguing that rather than putting the song on hold entirely, Spice should just remove the verses of the parties involved in the conflict. He tells her that if Bambi and Amy's contributions are causing too much trouble, she has the power to remove them and move forward without needless drama, even though Spice is unwilling to remove Amy's verse from them. It's unclear how this choice would impact her relationships with the rest of the group and whether the cast will become closer or more estranged as a result of this impending trip. But she is really thinking of eliminating Bambi's part to prevent more issues. There is little doubt that the drama is far from over, and viewers can anticipate even more surprising turns and intense conflicts in the upcoming episodes as tensions between the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta cast members boil. Yandy is also considering how her friendships are changing. It seems to Yandy that the loyalty and support she has always given to Rasheeda are not being returned in the same way that she has supported her friend through thick and thin, always having her back in trying times. But now she is wondering if Rasheeda would do the same for her if the roles were reversed. When Rasheeda sits down for an intimate conversation with Mendes, she doesn't hold back about her growing concerns and admits that she has started to feel uneasy about the way Rasheeda has been acting lately. While listening intently, Mendes shares his thoughts on the matter, acknowledges Yandy's emotions and reassures her that friendships change with time, people change, and sometimes miscommunications can cause distance even between the closest of friends. He advises Yandy to speak openly and honestly with Rasheeda before drawing conclusions, but Yandy isn't sure if she's ready for that confrontation just yet. She's tired of feeling like she's putting in more work than she's getting, and the tension between them is getting harder to ignore, so she chooses to change the topic to something more constructive. Mendes and Yandy both concur that the team, with so much tension, conflict, and unresolved emotions circling, they think that a trip for a couple could be the ideal way to either ease things or, at the very least, get everyone away from their normal surroundings for a while. After considering a few options, They decide that Cabo is the best destination because of its stunning beaches, opulent resorts, and exciting nightlife. However, with so much unresolved drama in the air, the true question is whether this trip will bring healing and reconciliation, or if it will result in even more intense confrontations with already high emotions. The trip to Cabo is sure to be full of heartwarming moments, unexpected turns, and of course, the trademark drama that fans have come to expect from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Rod and Jasmine's relationship appears to be collapsing under the weight of their ongoing arguments. The newest altercation, which began as a straightforward argument, but swiftly escalated into a full-scale conflict with neither side willing to back down, takes place during a FaceTime chat. Goes out of control. What ought to have been an exchange of ideas and a discussion about their problems devolves into yet another contentious dispute. Rod is adamant that when he went behind Jasmine's back to meet with Kirk, he did nothing wrong. He feels no need to apologize or defend his actions because he knows he was only acting in the situation's best interests. On the other hand, Jasmine feels totally deceived and finds it incomprehensible that Rod would act in this way without first speaking with her, especially considering the complex past between her and Kirk. Accusing Rod of undermining her and going behind her back is just another example of someone ignoring her feelings and making decisions that impact her without consulting her, which only serves to stoke the flames in a confessional green screen interview, not hiding his true feelings. Rod asserts that Jasmine hasn't been entirely truthful with him about the circumstances surrounding Kirk and their son, Cannon. According to Rod, Kirk has done much more for Cannon than Jasmine has acknowledged, and he believes she has been purposefully deceiving him. This revelation adds another level of complexity to their relationship. Disagreement as their mutual trust continues to erode, but the most startling moment occurs when Rod subtly threatens Jasmine by reminding her that he still owns her masters. This is a clear power move intended to assert control over her career, and his message is straightforward. If Jasmine wants to escalate this conflict, he's prepared for war. Fans are left wondering how far this feud will go. Will Jasmine fight back and regain control over her music, or will Rod use his influence to make things even more difficult for her, their animosity reaching new heights? Without a doubt, this struggle is far from. Friendships, loyalty, and personal goals take center stage among all the turbulence as the drama on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta continues, and the fallout is certain to be explosive. Taking some time to support their friend Erica Banks as she prepares for a significant career milestone, her forthcoming tour, Chaotic and Jasmine. This is a brave move that calls for not only skill, but also tenacity, fortitude, and a strong work ethic. Unlike many musicians who have the support of a record label to manage the logistics of touring, Erica is taking on this challenge totally on her own. Naturally chaotic, he can't help but inject some humor into the situation with his trademark charm. He jokes about wanting to spin the block, hinting at possibly rekindling something with Erica. But Erica isn't new to his antics. She knows him well enough. He is genuinely proud of Erica for making things happen on her terms. He understands how difficult the music industry can be, especially without a major label's financial and promotional support. The atmosphere is lighthearted and supportive at first, but it changes when Jasmine opens up about the betrayal she's feeling. She's still reeling from the news that Rod went behind her back to meet with Kirk, and the situation has left her feeling hurt, disappointed, and completely unsure of where she stands with Rod. She vents her frustrations to Chaotic and Erica, letting them know how deeply the incident has affected her trust for Jasmine. As she talks, the pain in her voice is clear. She had hoped that despite their differences, Rod would at least respect her enough to be honest with her. But now she feels completely blindsided, as if she's been left in the dark while Rod makes decisions that affect her life. Despite this, she admits that she seriously doubts she will ever be able to be close to Rod again, because trust is something that once broken is difficult to rebuild. Without her involvement, as the conversation comes to a close, there's a sense that Jasmine is reaching a turning point where she's no longer willing to tolerate being disrespected or ignored. While she may still be processing the hurt, she's also starting to realize that she has the power to take control of her story while Erica is focused on her. Chaotic listens and offers some advice, reminding Jasmine that she must ultimately do what's best for her peace of mind. Whether that means severing her relationship with Rod or finding a way to move forward on her terms. For now, the cast may be attempting to support one another, but in the world of love and hip-hop Atlanta, peace never lasts for long. As tensions between Rod and Jasmine reach a boiling point, the drama in love and hip-hop Atlanta continues to escalate, demonstrating that unresolved conflicts can lead to chaos. He's just happy to be there showing support while keeping the energy lighthearted. Explosive outcome, she's back in the studio pouring her heart into her craft, trying to make something meaningful out of the chaos in her personal life. For a moment, she feels at peace, lost in the creative process, but that moment is quickly shattered when she checks her security cameras and sees something that instantly sends her into a frenzy. The Tesla he bought her being towed away right in front of her eyes. Shocked and furious, Jasmine doesn't hesitate. She rushes outside demanding an explanation. She confronts Rod head-on, asking him why he would do something so petty and disrespectful. Rod doesn't back down, looking her in the eyes and clarifying that in his mind, she had this coming. As far as he's concerned, Jasmine has shown him nothing but disrespect despite everything he has done for her and Cannon. He reminds her that he has stepped up in ways Kirk never did, claiming that he has. He has been a better father to Cannon than Kirk has ever been. And despite everything, he won't allow her to ignore him. In his opinion, reclaiming the automobile is just the result of her behavior. Jasmine remains stunned and unable to comprehend what she is hearing. She feels repeatedly deceived, humiliated, and frustrated. She had already begun to question whether they could ever mend their relationship with this act of retaliation, and now she feels as though any chance of reconciliation has been destroyed. Meanwhile, on the other side of the conflict, tension between them has been growing for weeks, and this moment feels like a breaking point. Things in town are looking much better for Bambi. She's catching up with Zell and updating him on the latest events in her love life. After enduring a lot of drama and heartache in the past, she's finally in a good place and is eager to tell her close friend about it. Bambi reveals that she has a new man in her life, Ray. They've actually known each other for years, but have only recently reconnected. And unlike previous relationships, this one feels different. She's genuinely enjoying spending time with Ree. And for once, she feels secure and at ease. Smiles as they listen. It's a relief to see something that actually seems healthy and promising. But Bambi isn't naive. She knows that peace doesn't always last, especially when it comes to this group. She reveals that Rai will be joining her on the upcoming couples trip, and while she's excited to have him there, she also says that she truly approves of Rai, pointing out how well he treats Bambi and how secure he makes her feel in a world full of messy relationships and constant drama. The contrast between Jasmine's failing relationship with Rod and Bambi's optimistic new romance with Ree is so stark that as the episode progresses, One woman is struggling to maintain what little control she still has, while the other is embarking on a new chapter full of love and possibility. She can only hope for the best, because she knows that nothing ever goes smoothly when this group gets together, given their history of messy fights, backstabbing, and shocking betrayals.